Scout automobile. Welcome to start. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the sound of a naturally aspirated VE8 echoing through a quiet street just before dawn. The air feels heavy with anticipation, the road ahead looks endless, and then the engine fires behind your head, not in front of you, not somewhere far away, but right there, alive and breathing. This is the feeling the 2026 Corvette Stingray delivers, a feeling that reminds you why driving was never meant to be silent, boring or forgettable. This car is not just a continuation of a famous name, it is the evolution of a legend that has learned new tricks without forgetting its soul. The Corvette Stingray has always been a symbol of American performance, but by 2026, it feels sharper, smarter, and more confident than ever before. The mid-engine layout that once shocked traditionalists has now become second nature, and Chevrolet has refined every detail to make the Stingray feel less like an experiment and more like a perfected weapon. From the first moment you see it, the car looks planted, aggressive, and purposeful, as if it was designed to sit still only when absolutely necessary. The exterior design of the 2026 Stingray feels like motion frozen in time. The front end is low and wide, with sharp LED headlights that look intense even when the car is parked. Air flows naturally through sculpted channels, over the hood, and into massive side intakes that feed the engine like a pair of hungry lungs. Every curve feels intentional, every edge sharp enough to suggest speed even at a standstill. This is not a car that blends in, it commands attention without ever asking for it. From the side, the proportions tell the whole story. The cabin sits forward, the rear fenders swell outward, and the wheels fill the arches perfectly. It looks like a supercar because in every meaningful way, it is one. The rear view is pure aggression, with quad exhaust tips, angular taillights, and a diffuser that hints at serious aerodynamic intent. It's the kind of design that makes people stop mid-conversation just to take a second look, open the door and step inside. And the 2026 Corvette Stingray surprises you in a different way. This is not the raw, rough interior people once associated with American sports cars. This is a cockpit designed around the driver, wrapping you in a way that feels both futuristic and functional. The digital instrument cluster comes alive with crisp graphics, while the center screen tilts toward the driver, making it clear who this car is built for. Everything feels tight, solid, and thoughtfully placed. The seating position is low and sporty, putting you right in the center of the experience. The steering wheel feels thick and confident in your hands, and the divider running down the center of the cabin creates a focused, almost race-inspired environment. Materials feel premium, with leather, metal, and available carbon fiber accents reminding you that this is not just about looks but about performance and precision. Press the start button and the heart of the Stingray wakes up with a sound that sends a chill down your spine. The 6.2-liter V8 doesn't whisper, it announces itself. This engine is one of the last of its kind, naturally aspirated, responsive, and full of character. In a world moving rapidly toward electrification and turbocharging, the Stingray proudly holds on to the raw, emotional experience that only a high-revving V8 can provide. The throttle response is immediate. There's no delay, no waiting for boost, just a direct connection between your foot and the rear wheels. Power builds smoothly but aggressively, and the dual-clutch transmission delivers lightning-fast shifts that feel perfectly timed whether you're driving calmly or pushing hard. Acceleration is brutal when you want it to be, yet completely manageable thanks to the car's balance and advanced electronics. On the road, the 2026 Corvette Stingray feels incredibly composed. The mid-engine layout gives it a sense of balance that older Corvettes could only dream of. Turn into a corner, and the front end responds instantly, the steering feeding you just enough information to build confidence without ever feeling nervous. The car feels planted, predictable, and eager, as if it's encouraging you to trust it a little more with every mile. What makes the Stingray truly special is how adaptable it is. In its calmer driving modes, it can be surprisingly comfortable. The suspension smooths out rough roads, the exhaust quiets down, and the car becomes something you could genuinely live with every day. Long drives feel relaxed, visibility is better than you might expect, and the cabin remains a pleasant place to spend time. Switch into sportier modes, and the personality changes instantly. The exhaust opens up, the suspension tightens, and the steering sharpens. And suddenly, the Stingray feels like it's on its toes, ready to attack the road ahead. This dual nature is one of the car's greatest strengths. It doesn't force you to choose between comfort and performance, it gives you both, whenever you want them. Technology plays a major role in making the 2026 Stingray both thrilling and accessible. Advanced traction and stability systems work quietly in the background, helping you push the car harder while still maintaining a sense of control. You can customize the driving experience to match your skill level and mood, making the car feel personal and intuitive. One of the most impressive things about the Stingray is how confidence-inspiring it feels. Even at high speeds, the chassis remains stable, the brakes feel strong and consistent, and the car never feels like it's trying to surprise you. Instead, it communicates clearly, letting you know exactly what's happening beneath you. This kind of feedback is what separates a good performance car from a great one. Despite its incredible performance, the Stingray doesn't feel wasteful or careless. Modern engineering allows it to be relatively efficient when driven sensibly, proving that a powerful V8 doesn't have to be irresponsible. It's another example of how the Corvette has evolved to meet modern expectations without sacrificing its identity. The emotional side of driving the 2026 Corvette Stingray is impossible to ignore. The sound of the engine, the way the car responds to your inputs, the feeling of acceleration pushing you back into the seat, it all combines into an experience that stays with you long after the drive is over. This is not a car you forget easily. It leaves an impression, a memory, a desire to get back behind the wheel as soon as possible. There's also something deeply satisfying about the value the Stingray offers. In a market filled with supercars that cost staggering amounts of money, the Corvette continues to deliver world-class performance at a price that feels almost unreal by comparison. It challenges the idea that you need a European badge to have a true supercar experience, and it does so with confidence and pride. Customization options allow owners to make the Stingray their own. From bold exterior colors that scream performance to subtle, understated tones that highlight the car's lines, there's a configuration for every personality. Interior choices let you tailor the cabin to feel sporty, luxurious, or somewhere in between. This level of personalization adds another layer of connection between driver and machine. Driving the Stingray at night feels like a completely different experience. The LED lighting gives the car a futuristic presence, while the interior lighting creates an atmosphere that feels focused and immersive. The engine note seems deeper, more dramatic, and every shift feels amplified in the quiet surroundings. It's in these moments that the Stingray feels almost cinematic. The heritage behind the Stingray name adds weight to the experience. This badge has always represented the flag trust. This badge has always represented the fuck shit bend, purest performance version of the Corvette, and the 2026 model carries that legacy forward with respect and ambition. It honors the past while embracing the future, blending classic American muscle with modern supercar engineering. There's a sense of pride that comes with driving a Corvette Stingray. It represents decades of innovation, racing influence, and passion. It's a reminder that performance isn't just about numbers, it's about feeling, emotion, and connection. The 2026 Stingray delivers all of that in a package that feels refined, capable, and deeply exciting. For enthusiasts, this car feels like a dream realized. It's the kind of machine people grow up admiring, imagining themselves behind the wheel someday. And when that day finally comes, the Stingray doesn't disappoint. It meets expectations and then goes beyond them, offering an experience that feels special every single time. Even when the car is parked, it has presence. You'll find yourself glancing back at it, appreciating the way the light hits the bodywork, the way the stance looks so perfectly balanced. This is the mark of great design, a car that captures attention even when it's doing nothing at all. In a world where the automotive landscape is changing faster than ever, the 2026 Corvette Stingray stands as a powerful reminder of why people fell in love with cars in the first place. It proves that performance can still be emotional, that technology can enhance rather than replace driving pleasure, and that a car can be both modern and soulful at the same time. This is not just a machine built to go fast, it's a machine built to make you feel alive. It turns ordinary roads into experiences, simple drives into memories, and every press of the throttle into a moment worth savoring. The Stingray doesn't just transport you from one place to another, it transforms the journey itself. As you drive into the distance, engine singing behind you, the road unfolding ahead, one thing becomes clear. The 2026 Corvette Stingray is not chasing anyone. It's not trying to prove itself. It already knows exactly what it is. A true driver's car, a modern icon, and a bold statement of what performance should feel like. This is the kind of car that makes you take the long way home, that makes you look for excuses to drive, that makes every mile feel meaningful. The 2026 Corvette Stingray isn't just part of the Corvette story, it's one of its strongest chapters yet.